הבאים בשם אדוני. May those who enter this chuppah be blessed in the name of the Most High. Mi adir al hakol, mi baruch al hakol, mi gadol al hakol, hu yivarech et hachatan ve'kala. May the one who is supreme in power and glory and blessing bless Rachel Bracha, Bat David Shoshana, and David Yitzchak ben Avram Basara on this, your wedding day.
But this is so perfect because it represents David's love of science and Rachel's love of things that are beautiful and simple. Like, what is more simple than the natural world, and both of your love for Chicago? Like, thank you for bringing us here tonight from across the country and across the city. I want you to just take a moment, because you can see everybody a little bit better now than you could in the other room, to turn around and look at the faces of people who have come from across the country and across the city and across the waves of the interwebs to be with you tonight and to celebrate with you. We also want to call into mind and send a shout out to Nancy and Bill Jones, Rachel's grandparents in Georgia, who couldn't be here tonight. And then call in and feel the love of family, including people who have left this world but left their love and their legacy to surround us. Sylvia and Irving Court, McLean Bruce, Aline and Herman Frankel, Saul Zadoff and Barbara Zadoff. So we spoke about this a moment ago in the other room with Havdalah, but the way that Jewish ritual works is the whole system. Like, really, I think this is like the secret theory of Judaism, is that everything is an exercise in mindfulness. And what that means is it's an exercise in setting an intention, and then with attention and with love, fulfilling that intention, right? We say a blessing over wine, and then with awareness, we enjoy it. Say a blessing over bread, and then with delight, taste it. And so tonight, you will be setting an intention to become life partners, and then you will get married. And so the first part of the ceremony is actually your engagement ceremony, and that consists of setting an intention to be married. So are you ready, Rachel and David, to set that intention? Great. That's the right answer. A glass of wine, as we have discussed, an indispensable part of any Jewish joyful occasion. A blessing for sacred relationship. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, borei pri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al ha'arayot, v'asar lanu et arusot v'yitir lanu et hanisuot, lanu al yedei chuppah v'kiddushin. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh amo Yisrael al yedei chuppah v'kiddushin. Blessed are you, Adonai, whose presence fills the universe, who guides our will even in the most intimate of relationships. Blessed are you who sanctifies your people Israel with this wedding canopy, this chuppah, and these ritual wedding traditions. So as you share all things in life, may you share this wine in sweetness. Do you have rings? All right. We need the ring that belongs to David, that he will give to Rachel, and the ring that belongs to Rachel. So, all right. You need to go first. That's right. David, and look at Rachel. Do you intend to love, to honor, to listen to forgive, and fundamentally to respect Rachel as you have thus far from this moment forward?
I do.
And take the ring, and Rachel, you put out your index finger and say, do you need me to say it word by word? Hare.
Hare.
Oh, no, you say it. At.
Hare at Mekudeshet li
Tabatso.
B'tabatso
Kedat Moshe.
Kadat Moshe Yisrael.
And Rachel. Oh, look at it. Do you intend to love, to honor, to listen to forgive, and fundamentally to respect David as you have thus far from this moment forward?
I do.
And take the ring and put it on his index finger and say, Hare Ata.
Hare ata. Mekudesh li. B'tabatso. Kadat Moshe. Yisrael.
Mazel tov, after months of wedding planning, you're finally engaged. I want to invite up Talia Damari, David's cousin, to read the ketubah in Hebrew, as is the custom, to kind of create a separation between parts 1 and 2 of the ceremony. And this ketubah was actually designed by a great friend of David's and Rachel's, Jacob Shapiro. Micah Shapiro, my bad. But just so amazing to have this made in love and friendship, as well as in gorgeousness. So, here.
בשבת, ב-12 יום לחודש חשוון, שנת 5777, למניין שאנו מונים כאן בשיקגו, אילינוי, בנוכחות משפחה וחברים, נכנסו רחל ברכה בת דוד יחזקאל ושושנה, ודוד יצחק בן אברהם אהרון ושרה מירה, הנאהבים תחת ברית הנישואין. עם צאתנו לדרכנו המשותפת, אנו מבטיחים לאהוב, להוקיר, לכבד ולהעשיר זה את זו. לבבותינו חוברים יחדיו לברית עולם ייחודית, שביסודה חברות, הבנה והזדהות. בייחודנו זה אנו מתחייבים להעריך ולתמוך איש ברעהו ולגלות רגישות לצרכיו, ולגלות רגישות לצרכיו. נטפח זה את זו ברגש רוחניות ותבונה, מודעים תמיד לתכונותינו ומעלותינו השונות. מי ייתן ונצמח יחדיו תוך שמירה וטיפוח האומץ, הדרוש לכך ותוך נחישות לשקוד ולהתמיד בשאיפותינו. אנו מבטיחים לחגוג את השמחות בחיינו בחן ולהתגבר על הקשיים בנחישות והחלטיות. מי ייתן ונשכיל לשמר את החיבה והחום המעודדים אימון, יושר ותקשורת הדדיים כשותפים לחיים. נחתור לבניית בית המקרין אהבה, שלום, סובלנות וצדקה. אנו מתחייבים לנצור ולסעוד זה את זו, להיענות לאתגרי החיים בכוח שלב ובאומץ לב, ולאמץ את ברכות החיים בהשתאות, שמחה וצחוק. נגדל כל אחד בדרכו, ונתענג על החופש הנהדר הצומח מתוך כבוד הדדי. בשום מקום ובשום זמן לא יהיה עוד סיפור כמו שלנו. בריתנו הקדושה שרירה וקיימת.
So they say the couple that prays together stays together. And as many of you know, hold please. Thank you. So many of you know that I know David and Rachel independently before they were David and Rachel, the couple. I knew Rachel when she was this cool, young, entrepreneurial Jewish professional in Chicago, and David when he was this bookish University of Chicago graduate student who happened to have amazing pipes and helped sing on the Mishkan prayer leadership team. And it's always a pleasant surprise when two people who you know are great independently find each other and announce that they're a thing, and how much better they can be together, even as they retain their awesomeness independently. So I hesitate to invoke Rambam because David has spent the better part of his PhD career studying him in both Arabic and Hebrew in the original. But your relationship reminds me of a teaching that I wanted to share. So Maimonides is one of the great Jewish philosophers, and he teaches that there are three basic types of relationship. He describes it differently in different places. But the first kind is a chaver to'elet, a utilitarian friend, somebody who is useful to you, someone whose relationship with you ends when their utility to you is finished. So we engage in this kind of relationship all the time, from the barista at Starbucks to people we work with. There's nothing wrong with that kind of relationship, but it's probably not who you want to marry. So the second kind of relationship is a chaver nachat, a comforting friend. And he talks about romantic love as probably being this kind of friendship. He describes it as that you both feel delight in each other's presence unconditionally, and that they inspire full confidence so that you never feel it necessary to reserve yourself in action or speech, and you can share yourself with them completely, the good and the ugly, without fear that you will be hurt by them. You know they will protect you. When one achieves this level of confidence, one has love and comfort in that kind of a friendship, and a person is lucky if they can find that kind of a friend in life. Many people don't get to the third level, but here's what it is. It's a chaver mala, an elevated friend, a friend with whom you share a common goal to which you are constantly aspiring. That's when both friends push each other toward whatever that goal is in everything and strive to make themselves better and grow through that goal. And so what's been so incredible over the past 2 years as we've watched you go from acquaintances to friends to life partners is that we've also seen you go from the typical relationship at its awesome second level to that really elusive third level of relationship that is about building something bigger than either of the two of you could do on your own. You take care of each other, you reduce each other's anxiety in this world, you make each other laugh, and you also know how to divide and conquer to build something, I'm gonna just say, something larger than yourselves, a community called Mishkan that is stronger because you both value it and invest insane amounts of your personal and professional time to build it and sing in it and lead it. This week we read about Abraham and Sarah traveling and collecting souls with them as they went, gathering up souls and taking care of them. And they grew in wealth, and they began to build a family, and it wasn't easy to constantly be balancing the internal, the family that you're building, and the external, the community, that bigger vision, that bigger calling to which you know you are called, at the same time as wanting to put your relationship first and foremost. And so that third level, that Abraham and Sarah level, the David and Rachel level, is hard because you may feel that there are sacrifices you may be making that if you were in that second level of partnership, you would not have to make. And yet, It is the most satisfying, powerful thing to invest yourselves in something greater and be able to communicate as well as the two of you do about how it's working for you and how that bigger thing is actually part of building your partnership as well. That those two things aren't separate, but they're actually part and parcel of the same greatness, of which you two are inextricable parts. Anyone who's ever seen you on a Friday night look at each other from across the room knows how well you understand what it means to both be part of building something in which you both play separate, different, really important roles and complement each other and can go home at the end of the night and laugh together and debrief and comfort each other and bring each other the kind of love that only a very special and unique person, truly designed, one for the other and the other for you, would be able to bring you. And you recognize just how precious and rare your love is. I asked you to write letters about why you were so excited to enter this partnership. And I have to tell you, I've read a lot of letters from a lot of couples, and Rachel's and David's were the best. I'm sorry if there are other people in this room whose weddings I've done, but I can't wait for you to hear them. And so they're actually going to share some of those words right now.
Rachel, my love, you and I, in such a short time, have already created a bond, a relationship, a friendship, a romance so special and rare. Our companionship, with the joy that it gives me and the comfort that it brings me, is the greatest gift that I could ever wish for. Being your friend and life partner is the greatest source of happiness I'll ever know. Falling in love with you has been a life-changing experience for me. And I feel every day that I have become the best version of myself through this journey with you. The tremendous amount of respect that I feel towards you and the admiration that I have for you has provided me the strength to see myself in a whole new light. I have become a whole new person just by discovering myself through our love. The trust that I have for you and the bond that we have made together will forever be the thing that allows me to grow into the best person I can be. There's more than one way to fall in love, and I fall in love with you in thousands of ways. I fall in love with you because I respect and admire you, but I've also fallen in love with you because you're super funny when you make fun of me and call me a nerd. I've fallen in love with you because you're so open to sharing feelings. But I've also fallen in love with you because you asked me to make you tea in the absolute cutest way possible. I fall in love with you all over again every time you ask me how my day was, every time you kiss me on the cheek, every time you put your hand on my arm. And I also fall in love with you all over again every time you say, okay, so my parents are coming this weekend, so do you think we can clean maybe? We have so much to look forward to together, and it thrills me to imagine it. God willing, we'll make a family together and bring a little more joy into the world, and whatever little person or people come along, whoever they are, they will remind us each time we look at them that you and I have a bond that is truly one of a kind. It's impossible to imagine my life without you, after having discovered myself just as much as I have discovered you over these last 2 years. In so many ways, I have become both the person I've always wanted to be and the person I didn't know I wanted to be until I met you. I never knew that I wanted to be the leader of a team at work. I was always more into flying solo until I saw how you thrive and how you bring a leader, and how being a leader brings you joy. It changed the way I envisioned my own strengths. I never knew how healing, traveling, and going on adventures could be until I witnessed how you allowed relaxation and relief to wash over you completely on our vacations together. And I'm so psyched that we're going to California. Woo! Most importantly, I never knew how great it would feel to grant myself permission to feel pure joy and delight in my Ezer Kenegdo. That's me. Letting go of the world and letting myself be completely enveloped by your love is only something that I have learned by following your lead. I love you with a world's worth of love. Of course. And the fact that you welcome my love with open arms is the most awesome feeling that I will ever know. So let's do this together. I can't wait. I can't wait for you to be the one I come home to, the one I miss when I'm gone, the one I count on for help, the one I want to help, and the one I want to make decisions with, and the one I want to feel joy with. So let's party, let's relax, let's do the hard things together, let's go on vacation, let's talk about work, let's grow up together, let's grow old together. I want to make a world with you. I want us to be in that world together hand in hand. I want to hold your hand and watch you thrive in your career, and I want you to be there for me as I thrive in mine. I want to help you make the hard decisions and follow your lead when you need me to. I can't wait for all the laughs and all the smiles, all the inside jokes and gentle pokes. I can't wait to say, hey, it's all gonna be okay. I can't wait to make you feel at ease when you're stressed, and I can't wait for you to say, hey, let's celebrate. This marriage is such an open book right now. Let's write it together. I love you always.
My dear, darling David, falling in love with you has been and continues to be the greatest thrill of my life. What could be more exciting than finding your soulmate? I don't believe in soulmates, by the way, and yet here you are. Here are some of the things that I am just bursting to tell you in front of the world. You are kind and smart and so handsome, with hobbies and interests that make you an endlessly fascinating companion. I love how you listen and how you communicate, and how much you truly enjoy the responsibilities that come with adulthood. I love the way you relish taking care of me, and how proud and supportive you are of my work. I love that your greatest aspirations for yourself include having a family and being a good dad. I love spending effortless time with you, one of the few people in the world who makes me feel replenished instead of drained. I love how tightly you hold me every night when we fall asleep, and how you're never mad when I wake you up before the alarm goes off in the morning, an almost daily occurrence. Early on in our relationship, you said to me with obvious happiness, we're the same, but different. I knew exactly what you meant. We share so many things. A love of books and learning, a deep connection to music, a commitment to feminism and progressive politics, the same Jewish sensibilities, values, and goals for our life together. For example, you have a deep well of patience that allows you to do things like master musical instruments, learn difficult languages, teach people complex grammatical concepts, and watch baseball games for hours on end. No one would describe patience as one of my chief virtues. You are calm when I am quick to upset. Just being around you relaxes me. You are my human Xanax. You are good in a crisis, as I learned on that road trip to Milwaukee when my windshield wiper stopped working on the interstate in the middle of a rainstorm. I can give everything to you and share everything with you. This is the first and only time I've ever felt completely myself in a relationship. I don't need to hide anything about who I am or what I feel. You know all my flaws, my less than ideal habits, and you love me anyway. For such a long time, I thought I'd have to hide or improve upon parts of myself in order to be worthy of love. Thank you for teaching me that the opposite is true. All I have to do is be myself. In seeing me, accepting me, and loving me, you've given me the gift of accepting myself and being the best version of myself. I aspire to do the same for you. These are my other aspirations for our marriage. That we can always compromise as well as we can now. That we never take each other's love and affection for granted. That we always have a partnership of equals. That we continue to surprise each other, even as we know each other better than anyone else. That we continue to grow as people and that we grow together. That we keep having adventures together. That we embark on the adventure of parenthood together. That we are always generous towards one another. That we always sing together. That we always live in a beautiful and peaceful home filled with books and musical instruments and Rubik's Cubes. That we support one another in our careers and ambitions. That we enjoy good health together. That we do the best we can do for our marriage and for each other. It's the work of a lifetime. The artist Laurie Anderson said of her long marriage to Lou Reed, how strange, exciting, and miraculous that we can change each other so much, love each other so much through our words and our music and our real lives. I can't wait for us to spend a lifetime building our real lives together, to look back and realize how blessed I am to have had you as my partner every step of the way. I can't wait to change with you and love you through music and words, and to walk with you into the future. I can't wait to be your wife.
I want to invite up Sarah and Matt, Rachel's siblings, and Tammy, David's sister, to offer the 7 blessings that will join Rachel and David in marriage.
And our job is to say amen after the blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech.
Blessed are you, God, source of the world, who creates the fruit of the vine.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam shehakol bara lichodo.
Blessed are you, God, light of life, who created everything for your glory.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam yotzer ha'adam.
Blessed are you, God, Spirit of all things, who has created the human being.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher yatzar et hadam b'tzalmo b'tzelem demutav nito v'hikin lo mimenu binyan arayad Baruch atah Adonai yotzer ha'adam.
Blessed are you, God, foundation of every life, who fashioned humanity in your likeness and prepared for us a shape and form in your image, from one generation to the next and for all eternity. Blessed are you, God, who has created human beings.
Sos tasis v'tagel ha'akara v'kibutz b'nei ha'letocha b'simcha Baruch atah Adonai mesameach Zion b'baneha. Amen.
Zion will surely celebrate and exult in the coming together of her children. Blessed are you, God, who brings joy to Zion through her children.
Sameach tisabach reim ahuvim kesamchecha yetzircha began eden mikeden. Baruch atah Adonai mesameach chatan v'chala. Amen.
Give pleasure to these beloved companions as you did to your creation in the Garden of Eden so long ago. Blessed are you, God, who makes the hearts of this couple rejoice.
This is the fun one, and this is for David. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bara sason v'simcha chatan v'chala gila rina ditza v'chedva ahava ve'ahava v'shalom v'reut mehera Adonai Eloheinu yishama
בערי יהודה ובחוצות ירושלים, כל ששון וכל שמחה, כל חתן וכל כלה, כל מצהלות חתנים מחופתם ונערים ממשתי נגינתם. ברוך אתה אדוני משמח חתן עם הכלה. Amen.
Blessed are you, God, source of the universe, who has created each of these two people, their delight and their happiness, their rejoicing and singing, dancing and festivity, love and friendship, peace and pleasure. O God, may the voices of this celebration be heard in the streets of our cities and the hills of our countryside.
May the words of this couple go out with gladness from their wedding chuppah, and may the music of their friends and guests surround them. Blessed are you, God, who brings joy to the hearts of this couple.
I feel like we need one strong amen after all of that, especially after Sarah swung this place. Amen. 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 Thank you. Thank you. So, David and Rachel, I want you to gather under your talus and under this chuppah here. Come in a little bit. I want to bless you with the same blessing that thousands of Jews have been blessing their children with, millions and millions over the course of time. Once upon a time, it was the blessing that priests gave to the people to bless them, their essence, that they should find peace, that they should find wholeness, that they should be safe. And now it's the blessing parents give to kids every Friday night on Shabbat, all around the world. And that one day your kids will be lucky enough to have you put your hands on their shoulders or their head and kiss their foreheads and bless them with. And hold them every week by week, moment by moment, as they grow. And so, for us right now, the way I would love you to participate in this is I'm gonna kind of have a moment with David and Rachel, but you also can bless them, and from your seat can actually hold up your own hands and send to them. Doesn't have to be any kind of formal words of priestly blessing. It can just be what you know to be the case about these two and what you hope for their future. And we're going to send those blessings to them before we break the glass. So this is the big moment. The tradition of breaking the glass first appears at the wedding of a rabbi whose son was getting married, and he looked around and he thought people were just having a little too good a time. They were a little too joyful, a little too happy. He wanted to restore a little sense of seriousness to the occasion. And the tradition took on many meanings from that point forward. And one of the most powerful meanings, I think, that stems from that original moment is the idea that this place and this ceremony and this moment is beautiful, and it is inspiring, and it is amazing. And we wouldn't be Jewish if we did not remember that there are still people in pain in this world, that the world is still not redeemed, that there is much to be fixed. And so the sound of the broken glass reminds you that things are broken. And I want to ask everybody to stand now, and so I'm going to put this glass on the floor. Think of whatever it is that you want this kind of love to begin to heal out in the world. And hopefully the sound of this glass tonight will echo within our hearts, within this moment, and actually far beyond the Garfield Park Conservatory to help all of us take some of this love and go out and heal the world. Step on this glass, kiss each other because, my God, you're married, and then we can all sing Mazel Tov. How does that sound? Step on it when you're good and ready.